Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're diving into 25 simple personal finance lessons to start the year. It's, easy to get overwhelmed by all the financial advice out there. So we're here to really help you distill the most important nuggets from this piece and figure out how to put them into action. Think of us as your personal finance Sherpas, guiding you through the essential steps to building a strong financial foundation for the year ahead.
Yeah, and what I really like about this source is that it doesn't assume you're already a Wall Street wizard or something. It really breaks down these complex topics into simple, actionable steps that anyone can take, regardless of their financial background.
Exactly. It's all about building those good habits, one step at a time. Speaking of habits, the first few lessons focus on laying that solid financial groundwork. And it all starts with lesson 1, which is creating a budget.
It might seem basic, but a budget isn't about restricting yourself. It's about gaining clarity and control over your money. Whether you prefer using a budgeting app or a good old-fashioned spreadsheet, the key is to understand where your money's going and make conscious choices about how you want to spend it.
I like that you framed it as making conscious choices. So many people think of a budget as deprivation, but it's really about empowerment, right?
Absolutely. It's about aligning your spending with your values and goals. For example, if you're working towards saving for a down payment on a house, your budget might reflect that by allocating more towards savings and less towards discretionary spending.
Makes sense. Once you have that budget in place, lesson 2 highlights the importance of building an emergency fund. It's like that financial safety net, helping you navigate those unexpected life events without totally derailing your financial progress.
Right, and this source actually recommends aiming for 3 to 6 months of living expenses in a high-yield savings account. Now, you might be wondering what high yield actually means. These accounts typically offer higher interest rates compared to traditional savings accounts. And while the difference might seem small initially, over time, those extra earnings can really add up, especially when you factor in compound interest.
Okay, hold on. Before we move on, can you break down compound interest for me? It feels like one of those financial concepts that everyone throws around, but not everyone fully grasps.
Yeah, I'm happy to. Think of compound interest as interest earned on interest. Essentially, your money grows exponentially over time. For instance, if you invest $1,000 at a 5% annual interest rate, after the first year, you'll earn $50 in interest. But in the second year, you'll earn interest on the original $1,000 plus the $50 you earned in interest the previous year. So it creates this snowball effect that can significantly accelerate your savings growth, especially if you start early.
So it's not just about how much you save, but also when you start saving. Time really is money, isn't it? Speaking of making your money work for you, lesson 3 is all about paying yourself first.
Yes, this is one of my favorite personal finance principles. It's the idea of treating your savings as a non-negotiable expense, just like your rent or utilities. So, rather than saving whatever's left at the end of the month, you prioritize your savings by automatically transferring a portion of your income to your savings or investment accounts right when you get paid.
So it's like automating those good financial habits. What are some tools or strategies people can use to effectively pay themselves first?
Well, many banks offer automatic transfer features that allow you to schedule recurring transfers from your checking account to your savings or investment accounts. You can also set up direct deposit to split your paycheck and automatically deposit a portion into your savings. And some budgeting apps, like Mint or YNB, have features that automate savings contributions based on your spending patterns and goals.
Those are some great tips. It's interesting how these first 3 lessons really build on each other. You start with awareness through budgeting, then you create that safety net with an emergency fund, and finally prioritize your future self by paying yourself first.
It's like building a financial fortress brick by brick. Each step reinforces the others, creating a strong foundation for long-term financial well-being.
Speaking of building a solid financial foundation, let's dive into the next set of lessons, which focus on smart spending and managing debt wisely. Lesson 4 warns against the dangers of lifestyle inflation.
Yeah, it's a trap many people fall into, especially as their income increases. We tend to equate, a higher salary with the ability to spend more, upgrading our lifestyles with bigger houses, fancier cars, or more extravagant vacations. But this can lead to a cycle of always wanting more, even if our basic needs are met.
It's like that saying, keeping up with the Joneses, right? It can be so tempting to get caught up in that comparison game, especially in today's social media-driven world where everyone seems to be showcasing their latest purchases and experiences.
Exactly. And while it's perfectly fine to enjoy the fruits of your labor, it's crucial to be mindful of your spending habits and avoid, automatically inflating your lifestyle with each raise or bonus.
So how can someone avoid falling into that lifestyle inflation trap?
Well, one effective strategy is to set savings goals proportionate to any raises or bonuses you receive. For example, if you get a 5% raise, commit to saving at least half of that increase. That way, you're enjoying some of the benefits of your increased income while still prioritizing your long-term financial goals.
That's a smart approach. Okay, let's tackle another often dreaded topic, debt. Lesson 5 emphasizes the importance of understanding the difference between good debt and bad debt. It's about being a savvy consumer of financial products and making informed choices that align with your financial goals.
Exactly. Student loans and mortgages are often considered good debt because they're investments in your future, whether it's education or homeownership. On the other hand, you have high-interest credit card debt, payday loans, or other forms of bad debt can quickly spiral out of control and hinder your financial progress.
So how do we conquer that bad debt?
The source suggests focusing on paying off those high-interest debts first. I'm guessing that makes sense because the longer they linger, the more they eat into your budget.
That's right. High-interest debt accrues interest at a much faster rate, which means you're paying more in interest charges over time. By tackling those debts aggressively, you can reduce the overall amount you pay back and free up more money in your budget for other financial goals.
Speaking of credit cards, Lesson 11 delves deeper into the dangers of misuse. It's a reminder that credit cards are tools, not free money, and using them wisely is crucial for maintaining a healthy financial life. Right, credit cards offer convenience and can help build credit if used responsibly. However, it's important to remember they come with high interest rates, which can quickly accumulate if you're not careful. The key is to treat credit cards like debit cards, charging only what you can afford to pay in full each month.
So avoid carrying a balance, right? That's where the real trouble starts. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, gathering momentum and becoming harder to stop.
You got it. And if you do find yourself carrying a balance, make a plan to pay it down as quickly as possible. Create a budget that prioritizes debt repayment. Consider balance transfer options to lower your interest rate, or explore debt consolidation strategies if you have multiple high-interest debts.
Okay, we've talked about budgeting, saving, and managing debt. What comes next?
Well, once you have a good handle on those foundational elements, it's time to shift our focus to setting and achieving financial goals. That's where Lesson 6 comes in, introducing the SMART Goals framework.
SMART goals. I've heard this before, but can you refresh my memory? I know it's an acronym for...
Yeah, you got it. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This framework helps ensure your goals are well-defined, trackable, and aligned with your values and priorities. Remember that vacation example from the source?
Yeah, something about wanting to go on a trip to Hawaii.
Right. That's a perfect illustration of a SMART goal. Instead of just vaguely saying, I want to go on vacation, a SMART goal would be, I want to save $5,000 to go to Hawaii for 2 weeks in June 2024.
So you're making it concrete and actionable by defining the destination, the time frame, and the exact amount you need to save. That makes a lot of sense. It takes the goal from a wish to a plan.
Exactly. And it's not just about vacations. You can apply the SMART framework to any financial goal, whether it's saving for a down payment on a house, paying off student loans, building an investment portfolio, or even planning for retirement.
It's like having a financial roadmap that guides you toward your desired destination. Now, once you have those goals in place, how do you stay on track and avoid getting sidetracked by those tempting impulse purchases? Lesson 13 offers a helpful tip, the 30-day rule.
Ah, yes, the 30-day rule. It's a simple but powerful strategy to combat impulse spending. It's all about introducing a delay between the desire to buy something and actually making the purchase.
So instead of clicking buy now, the moment you see something you like, you take a step back and wait 30 days. What happens during that waiting period?
During those 30 days, you give yourself time to reflect on whether you truly need or want the item. Often, that initial urge to buy subsides, and you realize it wasn't a necessary purchase after all. It also gives you time to research the item, compare prices, and make a more informed decision.
It's like giving your rational mind a chance to catch up to your emotional impulses. Sometimes we make purchases based on how we feel in the moment, rather than making well-thought-out decisions that align with our financial goals.
You hit the nail on the head. The 30-day rule helps you break that cycle of impulsive spending and make more conscious choices with your money.
Okay, so we're being mindful of our spending, setting smart goals, and resisting those impulse buys. What else can we do to set ourselves up for financial success?
Well, Lesson 18 encourages us to practice delayed gratification. It's all about resisting the temptation for instant gratification and developing the discipline and patience to save up for what we want.
It's like choosing long-term fulfillment over short-term pleasure.
Right, exactly. And while it might seem counterintuitive in our buy now, pay later culture, delayed gratification can actually lead to greater happiness and satisfaction.
Why is that?
Well, think about it this way. When you work towards a goal and finally achieve it through your own efforts and savings, that sense of accomplishment and pride is far greater than the fleeting pleasure of an impulse purchase.
It's like you're investing in your future self, building not only financial wealth, but also a sense of self-discipline and accomplishment. Those are qualities that pay dividends far beyond your bank account.
You said it. Delayed gratification is a valuable life skill that extends beyond personal finance. It fosters patience, resilience, and the ability to prioritize long-term goals over immediate desires.
Okay, now let's shift gears and talk about investing for the future. Lesson 7 emphasizes the importance of diversification.
Diversification is a cornerstone of sound investing. It's the idea of spreading your investments across different asset classes to minimize risk. Think of it like this. You wouldn't put all your eggs in one basket, right? The same principle applies to investing.
So what are some examples of different asset classes someone might consider?
Some common asset classes include stocks, bonds, real estate, and commodities. Each asset class carries its own level of risk and potential return. Stocks, for instance, offer higher growth potential, but also come with greater volatility. Bonds, on the other hand, are typically considered less risky, but may offer lower returns.
So it's about finding a balance that aligns with your risk tolerance and investment goals. The source even touches on a topic that's been making headlines lately: cryptocurrency. What are your thoughts on incorporating that into a diversified portfolio?
Cryptocurrency is a relatively new asset class that has gained immense popularity in recent years. While it offers the potential for high returns, it's also highly volatile and comes with significant risks. If you're considering investing in cryptocurrency, it's crucial to do your research, start small, and diversify your holdings. Stick with established cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and avoid investing more than you can afford to lose.
So it's about approaching cryptocurrency with cautious optimism and a healthy dose of risk awareness.
Exactly. It's an exciting space with a lot of potential, but it's important to navigate it with a level head and a long-term perspective.
Speaking of the long term, Lesson 8 stresses the importance of prioritizing retirement savings, even if you're just starting out.
You know, one of the biggest misconceptions about retirement planning is that it's something you worry about later in life. But the truth is, the earlier you start saving, the better. Even small contributions can make a significant difference over time, thanks to the magic of compound interest.
I'm sensing a theme here. You mentioned compound interest earlier when we were talking about high-yield savings accounts.
You're right. Compound interest is a powerful force that can work wonders for your savings, especially over long periods. It's the idea of earning interest on your initial investment, as well as on the accumulated interest. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow exponentially.
So it's like planting a seed and letting it grow into a mighty tree over time.
That's a great analogy. Think about this. If you invest just $50 a month at a 4% return, after 30 years, you'll have over $66,000. That's the power of compound interest at work.
Wow, that's pretty incredible considering you're only investing $1,800 over that 30-year period.
Exactly. And the more you contribute and the higher the interest rate, the more dramatic those results become. That's why starting early is so crucial. Even if you can only afford to contribute a small amount initially, the key is to start building that habit and letting time work its magic.
Time really is your greatest ally when it comes to investing. It's like that saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today.
I love that. It perfectly captures the essence of long-term investing. It's never too late to start.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground already, but we still have a few more key lessons to explore in this section of our deep dive. Lesson 10 reminds us about the importance of insurance. It's like having a financial safety net to protect yourself and your loved ones from unforeseen events.
Right. Insurance is often overlooked, but it's a crucial aspect of financial planning. It helps mitigate risk and provides peace of mind knowing that you're protected in case of unexpected events, such as medical emergencies, car accidents, or natural disasters.
So what are some key types of insurance someone should consider?
Some essential insurance types include health insurance, car insurance, renters or homeowners insurance, and life insurance.
Okay, let's break those down one by one. Why is health insurance so important?
Well, health insurance helps cover the costs of medical expenses, protecting you from potentially devastating financial burdens in case of illness or injury. It's especially important in countries without universal health care, where medical costs can be exorbitant.
That makes sense. What about car insurance?
Car insurance is mandatory in most places, and it provides financial protection in case of accidents or damage to your vehicle. It helps cover repair costs, medical bills, and liability claims if you're at fault in an accident.
So it's not just about protecting your car, it's about protecting yourself financially in case of an accident.
Exactly. And then you have renters or homeowners insurance, which protects your belongings and provides liability coverage in case someone is injured on your property.
Right. It's about protecting your home and everything in it, from theft, fire, natural disasters, or other unforeseen events. And finally, what about life insurance?
Life insurance provides financial support to your beneficiaries in the event of your death. It helps ensure your loved ones are taken care of financially and can cover expenses like mortgage payments, debts, and future education costs.
So it's not just about you, it's about protecting your family's financial future in case something happens to you. That's a powerful reminder of the importance of having those safety nets in place.
Absolutely. Insurance might not be the most exciting topic, but it's an essential part of a comprehensive financial plan. It's about managing risk and safeguarding your financial well-being, allowing you to focus on your goals without constantly worrying about what-ifs.
I think that's a great way to put it. It's peace of mind, knowing you have a plan in place to handle those unexpected curveballs life throws your way. Okay, on to the next lesson. Lesson 12 is all about tracking your net worth.
Tracking your net worth is like taking a financial snapshot, giving you a clear picture of your overall financial health. It's simply the difference between your assets, what you own, and your liabilities, what you owe.
So if you add up all your assets, such as your savings, investments, and the value of your home, and then subtract all your debts, such as your mortgage, student loans, and credit card balances, you get your net worth.
Precisely. And it's a powerful tool to monitor your financial progress over time. As you pay down debt, increase your savings, and grow your investments, your net worth should steadily increase, reflecting your growing financial strength.
It's like a scorecard for your financial well-being, showing you how far you've come and where you need to focus your efforts.
Exactly. It can be incredibly motivating to see your net worth grow as you make progress toward your financial goals. And if your net worth isn't increasing as quickly as you'd like, it can prompt you to reevaluate your budget, spending habits, or investment strategies.
So it's not just a static number, it's a dynamic tool that can guide your financial decisions and help you stay on track toward your goals.
Absolutely. It's a valuable habit to cultivate and can provide a sense of control and empowerment over your finances.
Okay, let's move on to lesson 14, which encourages us to shift our focus from solely cutting expenses to also exploring ways to increase our income.
Right. It's about being proactive and taking control of your financial destiny. While managing expenses is crucial, increasing your income can significantly accelerate your progress toward your financial goals.
So instead of just tightening your belt, you're also looking for ways to expand your earning potential.
Exactly. Whether it's developing new skills, negotiating a raise, starting a side hustle, or exploring new career opportunities, there are countless ways to boost your income.
It's like adding more fuel to your financial engine, propelling you forward with greater speed and force.
That's a great way to put it. And it's not just about earning more money, it's also about diversifying your income streams, creating a more resilient financial foundation that can weather unexpected challenges.
And finally, in this section, Lesson 15 stresses the importance of continuous learning when it comes to personal finance.
Yeah, personal finance is a lifelong journey of learning and adaptation. The financial landscape is constantly evolving, and it's essential to stay informed about new trends, strategies, and tools that can help you manage your money effectively.
So it's not just about learning the basics, it's about staying curious, asking questions, and constantly expanding your financial literacy.
You got it. And there are countless resources available to help you on your journey, from books and blogs to podcasts and online courses.
The source even mentions a couple of classic personal finance books, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind and Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Those are great starting points. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker explores the mindsets and beliefs that contribute to wealth creation, while Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki challenges traditional financial wisdom, and offers alternative perspectives on building wealth through entrepreneurship and investing.
It's fascinating how personal finance isn't just about numbers and spreadsheets, it's also about psychology and understanding the beliefs and behaviors that influence our financial decisions.
Absolutely. And by expanding your knowledge and challenging your assumptions, you can make more informed choices that align with your values and goals.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive, exploring the foundational principles of personal finance, from budgeting and saving to managing debt and investing. But there's still so much more to unpack.
You're right. In the next part of our deep dive, we'll delve into additional key lessons that will help you create a more holistic and fulfilling financial life.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We're continuing our exploration of 25 simple personal finance lessons to start the year. In the first part, we covered some foundational elements like budgeting, saving, and managing debt.
Right.
Now we're going to shift gears and explore some additional key lessons that can help you create a more well-rounded and fulfilling financial life.
Yeah, these next lessons really build upon that foundation we've already established, moving beyond the basics to delve into areas like mindset, continuous learning, and planning for the future.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Let's dive right in. Lesson 16 caught my eye. It's all about investing in yourself.
Ah, yes. This lesson highlights a crucial but often overlooked aspect of personal finance. It's about recognizing that you are your most valuable asset, and investing in your personal and professional growth can yield significant returns.
So it's not just about investing your money, it's about investing in yourself.
Exactly. Whether it's pursuing higher education, acquiring new skills, attending workshops or conferences, or simply taking the time to learn and grow, investing in yourself can unlock new opportunities, enhance your earning potential, and ultimately lead to a more fulfilling and prosperous life.
It's like planting seeds of knowledge and growth that will blossom over time.
I love that analogy. It's about nurturing your potential and creating a ripple effect that extends beyond your finances, impacting your career, relationships, and overall well-being.
Okay, so we're investing in ourselves, building our knowledge and skills. What comes next? Lesson 17 tackles a topic that many people find daunting: taxes.
Ugh, taxes. Yeah, taxes are an inevitable part of life, but they don't have to be a source of stress or confusion. This lesson encourages us to be proactive and informed about our tax obligations. Taking advantage of available deductions and credits to minimize our tax liability.
So it's about being tax savvy, not tax averse, right?
Exactly. It's about understanding the rules of the game and making informed decisions that can benefit you financially. For instance, are you maximizing contributions to tax-advantaged retirement accounts like 401ks or IRAs? Are you aware of potential deductions for student loan interest or homeownership expenses?
Those are some great points. It reminds me of that saying, it's not what you make, it's what you keep.
Absolutely. Tax planning is a crucial aspect of financial management, allowing you to keep more of your hard-earned money and achieve your financial goals more efficiently.
Okay, let's move on to lesson 19, which focuses on something we can all relate to: reviewing our subscriptions.
Subscriptions.
Yeah.
Subscriptions have become increasingly prevalent in our digital age. From streaming services and music platforms to meal kits and software subscriptions. While they offer convenience and entertainment, it's easy to accumulate multiple subscriptions without realizing how much they're impacting our budget.
It's like death by a thousand cuts, right? Those small recurring expenses can really add up over time.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
This lesson encourages us to regularly review our subscriptions, identifying those we no longer use or need, and cutting them ruthlessly.
It's about being mindful of our spending habits and ensuring that our subscriptions align with our values and financial goals. It's like a mini financial detox.
I love that. It's about decluttering our financial lives and freeing up resources for more important things.
Okay, let's tackle lesson 20, which addresses a topic that's been top of mind for many people lately: protecting against inflation.
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 Inflation is a persistent economic force that erodes the purchasing power of our money over time. What you could buy for $100 a few years ago now costs significantly more.
It's like watching your money slowly shrink, even if it's sitting in a savings account.
That's a great way to put it. This lesson emphasizes the importance of investing our money in assets that have historically outpaced inflation, such as stocks, real estate, or commodities.
So it's not just about saving, it's about strategically investing your money to preserve and grow its value over time.
Exactly. Inflation is a silent wealth eroder, and it's crucial to be proactive in mitigating its impact on our long-term financial well-being.
Speaking of long-term planning, Lesson 21 reminds us that life is constantly changing, and our financial plans should adapt accordingly.
Right, life is full of unexpected twists and turns. Job changes, family additions, relocation, health issues, all of these events can significantly impact our financial situation and require adjustments to our financial plans.
So it's not about creating a static plan, it's about embracing flexibility and adapting to the ever-changing dynamics of life.
Precisely. This lesson encourages us to revisit our financial plan annually, assessing our goals, progress, and any life changes that might necessitate adjustments to our budget, saving strategies, or investment allocations.
It's like having a financial GPS that helps us navigate those unexpected detours and stay on course toward our ultimate destination.
That's a great analogy. A financial plan is not a set-it-and-forget-it document. It's a living, breathing guide that evolves along with your life.
Okay, let's move on to Lesson 22, which highlights the role of technology in our financial lives.
Yeah, technology has revolutionized the way we manage our money, offering a wealth of tools and resources to simplify financial tasks, track spending, and make informed investment decisions.
From budgeting apps and online banking to robo-advisors and investment platforms, there's an abundance of technology at our fingertips.
Exactly. This lesson encourages us to embrace these tools, leveraging their convenience, accessibility, and analytical capabilities to enhance our financial literacy, automate savings, and optimize our investment strategies.
It's like having a personal finance assistant in our pocket, ready to help us manage our money more effectively and efficiently.
You got it. Technology can be a powerful ally in our financial journey, empowering us to take control of our finances and make informed decisions that align with our goals.
Okay, let's revisit cryptocurrency, which we touched on earlier when we discussed diversification. Lesson 23 offers some additional insights into navigating this exciting but volatile asset class.
Right. Cryptocurrency has captured the imagination of many investors, offering the allure of high returns and a decentralized financial system. However, it's crucial to approach this space with caution and a long-term perspective.
So what are some key considerations for those who are interested in exploring cryptocurrency investments?
Well, this lesson emphasizes the importance of thorough research, starting small and diversifying your holdings. Stick with established cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and avoid investing more than you can afford to lose.
It's about recognizing that cryptocurrency is a high-risk, high-reward asset class, and it's essential to manage your expectations and risk tolerance accordingly.
Exactly. It's also crucial to stay informed about regulatory developments and industry trends, as the cryptocurrency landscape is constantly evolving.
Okay, Lesson 24 brings up an important point that's often overlooked in personal finance discussions: avoiding emotional decisions.
Yeah, our emotions can significantly influence our financial decisions, often leading to impulsive choices that we later regret.
It's like buying or selling stocks based on fear or greed, rather than making rational decisions based on sound investment principles.
That's a perfect example. This lesson emphasizes the importance of developing emotional intelligence when it comes to our finances, separating our feelings from facts and making objective decisions based on logic and a well-defined strategy.
So it's about creating a buffer between our emotions and our financial decisions, allowing us to make more rational choices that align with our long-term goals.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that fear and greed can cloud our judgment and lead to costly mistakes. Instead, we should strive to make informed decisions based on careful analysis, research, and a well-defined investment plan.
Okay, finally, we arrive at Lesson 25, which focuses on planning for our legacy and estate. It's a topic that many people avoid, but it's crucial for ensuring that our wishes are carried out and our loved ones are taken care of after we're gone.
Right. Estate planning is often associated with older individuals, but it's essential to consider regardless of age or net worth. This lesson encourages us to be proactive in creating a will, assigning beneficiaries, and considering a trust, if needed, to protect our assets and provide for our loved ones.
So it's about taking those necessary steps to ensure a smooth transition and peace of mind, knowing that our affairs are in order and our loved ones are protected.
Exactly. Estate planning is a gift we can give ourselves and our loved ones, providing clarity, direction, and financial security during a time of transition.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, exploring a wide range of personal finance topics, from foundational principles to more nuanced concepts like mindset, continuous learning, and legacy planning. What are your key takeaways from these 25 lessons?
What strikes me most is the emphasis on empowerment. You know, these lessons remind us that we all have the capacity to take control of our finances, regardless of our income level or background, It's about adopting simple yet powerful habits, making informed decisions, and continuously learning and adapting to the ever-changing financial landscape.
I love that. It's about recognizing that we have the power to shape our financial futures one step at a time. It's not about being perfect. It's about progress.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
about embracing the journey, celebrating small victories, and learning from our mistakes.
Okay, so we've absorbed a wealth of information from these 25 lessons. What's the next step? How can our listener put this knowledge into action?
That's a great question. As we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I'd encourage our listener to reflect on these lessons and identify one specific area they'd like to focus on in the coming year.
Could you give an example of what that might look like?
Absolutely. Let's say our listener is feeling overwhelmed by credit card debt. A great first step would be to create a budget that prioritizes debt repayment. Exploring strategies like the debt snowball or debt avalanche method to accelerate their progress.
And what if our listener is feeling anxious about retirement planning?
In that case, I'd recommend starting by calculating how much they need to save for retirement, and then exploring different retirement savings plans like 401k, IRAs, or other investment vehicles.
It's about taking that first step, no matter how small, and building momentum from there. We've laid the groundwork. Now it's time to start building.
Yeah, it's about taking that first step, no matter how small, and building momentum from there.
We've laid the groundwork. Now it's time to start building.
Exactly. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. There are countless resources available to help you on your financial journey, from books and blogs to podcasts and financial advisors.
That's a great reminder. There's a whole community of people who are passionate about personal finance and eager to share their knowledge and experience. And, it can be really encouraging to connect with others who are on a similar path.
Right.
It's like having a support system to cheer you on and help you stay motivated.
Absolutely. It's like having a financial cheerleading squad.
Exactly. And speaking of motivation, here's a final thought to ponder as you embark on your financial journey. How would your life be different if you felt completely confident and in control of your finances?
Wow, that's a powerful question. It really invites us to envision the possibilities and dream big about what we can achieve when we prioritize our financial well-being.
It's about shifting our mindset from scarcity to abundance, recognizing that we have the power to create a financial future that aligns with our values and aspirations.
Couldn't agree more. It's not just about money. It's about the freedom and peace of mind that come with financial security.
It's been an incredible journey exploring these 25 simple personal finance lessons with you. We've covered a lot of ground, but I think the most important takeaway is that personal finance is not about deprivation or restriction.
I wholeheartedly agree. It's about empowerment, choice, and creating a life of abundance and fulfillment.
It's about making conscious decisions that align with our values, building healthy habits, and continuously learning and growing.
Exactly. And it's about recognizing that financial well-being is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, challenges and triumphs. But the key is to stay focused, persistent, and committed to creating a financial life that supports your dreams and aspirations.
On that note, we want to thank you, our listener, for joining us on this deep dive into personal finance. We hope you found these insights valuable and feel inspired to take action and create a financial future that fills you with confidence and joy.
Remember, you have the power to shape your financial destiny. Embrace the journey, celebrate your progress, and never stop learning and growing.
Until next time, happy saving and investing.